Let's talk about the top amenities that are going to actually make you more money in your Airbnbs. I'm going to break this down for you, but before we get started, I need you to understand something. There are some amenities that we put into our properties that are only there for marketing. And when you do add amenities, it's number one thing that most of you miss is it's about stacking them. Look, if you have a shitty Airbnb and you're in Blue Ridge, Georgia, and you think you can just add a hot tub and it's gonna make you another $30,000 or $40,000 a year in revenue, you're completely misguided. What happens is you have to take a holistic overall look at your property. And number one, how marketable is it? Seriously, how marketable is your property? You should hit the pause button, literally pull up your Airbnb listing right now, or have it on your second screen like this and go through it and see how marketable is your property compared to your competitors. That's the number one thing that you have to do to really figure out what amenities you should be adding. Everybody says that we got to add a hot tub in the mountains, and they're 100% correct. That is by default. But you know what nobody talks about? Adding hot tubs at a beach. Oh my God, why would I add a hot tub at a beach? It is way too hot. Nobody's going to use it during the summer. No shit. You know when they are going to use it? October, November, December, January, February, and possibly even March if you're in the Emerald Coast where it's always chilly on spring break. Because really what we're trying to do by adding amenities, or what you should be trying to do, number one is extend your season. Right? Extending the season is how we actually make more money running and owning short-term rentals. Did you know that? It's not about maximizing during the summer or the wintertime. It's how do we extend the season? That's the most important thing. So that's why I like the two things, the number one and number two amenities. Number one is a pool, but it's not just any old pool. It's a heated pool. A heated pool is going to add 20 to 30% more value when you're spending $50,000 to $75,000 to build a pool. If you do not have a heated pool, but you own a pool at an Airbnb, the first thing that you should do is you should go to your pool guy or whoever built your pool and add a 400 to 500,000 BTU gas heater. If you don't have a gas line, you can do what I did in Gulf Shores. I literally spent $3,000 to pull the gas line a block over so I could get gas because of the marketing. I can get my pool to 95 degrees in the dead of winter. People that have electric heaters struggle to get it to 80 to 85. So I guarantee that my pool hit 90 in the dead of winter, and I let them know I have a gas heater. Once again, that's part of the marketing. That's really what we're talking about here, and this is what separates us. Too many of you, if you're going through your own Airbnb listing, you have amenities, but they're buried and they're not showcased. Your top amenities need to be showcased in your first 5 images in your listing. Number 2, a hot tub. And a hot tub is just as valuable at the beach as it is in a mountain market. It's required in the Smokies. Nobody has them at the beach. Because it's too hot, nobody's going to use it. It's a waste of money. BS. It's not. This is about extending the season, especially when you have snowbirds that are coming down in December, January, and February. They want to be warm. Give them something warm to do outside, because that's what people want to do when they come down to the beach, is to be outside. They don't want to sit inside your house when it's 55 degrees. If you live in Tampa and you have an Airbnb in Tampa, you're used to it being 55. They're living up by Lambeau Field and, frickin' Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's minus 20. They want to feel warm. So that leads me to the number 3, and that is a sauna. And there's 2 types of saunas, and I believe this varies based on the size of your property. A condo, a 1 or 2 person sauna, small house with no yard, 1 or 2 person sauna inside of the house. But man, if you've got a backyard, you've got views, an outdoor barrel sauna is the way to go. I started out buying Almost Heaven saunas directly from Almost Heaven. Now you can get them discounted from Costco. But Redwood Outdoors, they have the big open back, the circle window to where you can accentuate those views if you're in the mountains or on a river. The barrel sauna gives you a tremendous amount of marketability. As a guy, I have a sauna around the corner here from my studio. I use it almost every day. I prefer an indoor sauna to an outdoor sauna, but that barrel sauna gives you marketability. Now, I want to take a break and explain something to you. Look, are you a short-term rental owner just like me? You could be a co-host, maybe even a property manager, and you struggle with the back end, the bookkeeping, the credit card reconciliation. Well, if you're not familiar with Baselane, you need to take a look at them, because that's completely changed my life and my relationship with QuickBooks. I don't know if I should say that or not, but literally, it's the bane of my existence. Baseline has AI that's implemented, and it's made mine and my wife's, Bria's, life so much easier to take care of all of our properties, from a co-hosting side to the side that we own. It's an absolute game changer, and literally it's saving us thousands of dollars a month based on our time to have to reconcile our books. The AI feature is just absolutely sick inside of Baseline. Plus they have banking that goes along with it. They have debit cards. So now we can follow the asset protection and silo everything, right? Banking, bookkeeping, all in one spot. Dedicated debit card, 3.35%. What are you waiting for? I switched to Baselane, and I recommend you do too. I've got this thing called a super grader, right? And this is how I grade super properties. And I'm going to link to it down below here in the description so you can get it absolutely free. Because really what I want you to understand is how to leverage your amenities. And if you leverage them, it starts with finding out, like you take pool, hot tub, barrel sauna, pickleball court, outdoor, like live, big human-sized chess game that you can put in, a putting green, all of these things, basketball court, all these things that you see people putting in outside. Really what you want to do is go through and use my super grader. And if you go through, you're going to rate your property, and then you're going to rate 8 to 10 of your competitors, and it's going to give you a score. But the other thing is you're going to learn what they have and they don't have. So I like going in and filling the gaps. I was the very first person in Whitefish, basically the whole Flathead Valley, Kalispell, Montana, Whitefish, Montana, Coram, Glacier National Park, Flathead Lake, Big Fork, any of those places, to put in a glamping tent. I was the first person to have a barrel sauna in an Airbnb. And to the best of my knowledge, I'm still the only property that has both of those things in that entire valley. That gives me marketability that others don't have. As some added bonuses here on the amenities that you can add, if you're like me, you just don't own large properties. I've got, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom condos as well. I've got 2 2-bedroom condos, 1 1-bedroom condo. A lot of you guys think that super properties are just these mega huge properties. That is not the case. Remember, a super property is a property that completely outperforms the market. So one of the big things that I love is having a coffee bar inside of the master suite. Having robes and slippers inside of the master suite. Having an $800 to $1,000 standalone tub inside of the master ensuite instead of that old 2005 built-in bathtub. Literally $800 to $1,000. You can get that whole thing done probably for $2,500, $3,000. It's a huge amenity, because then you can market it to wealthy Wendy, even if you're not a wealthy property. Add bath bombs, add bath salts, roll your towels, make it look like a spa. That's how you market it on a budget. If you follow what I've thrown down in these last 8 to 9 minutes, you can absolutely crush your existing property and level up. Or make sure you bookmark this, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and literally go through and use this as your template when you're building out your next property. Most importantly, did I forget anything? Drop a comment and let me know what your favorite amenity is. I'll see you guys on the next video.